What's up?
Long way from Pensacola to Orlando, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty big drive.
Have you heard from any of the guys from Florida on the team about getting to go back home or anything like that?
No, but I've seen a couple tweets and Snapchats and stuff like that. So I know the Florida boys are ready to go home and get out of this cold weather for a week.
What is there about playing in a New Year's Day bowl game? I mean, there's a lot of bowl games now. It seems like the New Year's Day bowl has still held some significance. Is that true? Would you agree with that?
I mean, I would agree with it. I mean, when I was, as a kid growing up, those are the games that you were looking forward to, to kick off the new year and, in college football. So to be able to be a part of one, is truly a blessing. Like Terry and Mr. Barnhart said, this team's worked really hard, to get where we are. I don't like to use the word deserving, but I think this team has earned, where we are, and I think we've earned, the right to be playing this game. So we're very thankful that the Citrus Bowl, wanted us to come and be a part of this great bowl. And we can't wait to get to work and get down there and, experience it.
Kash, you were one of those guys that maybe didn't play as much in the first bowl. Did you benefit a lot as a player from the bowl practices?
I mean, yeah, it's different. I mean, all year you practice in the same spot. I mean, you practice either in the indoor or out on the practice field, and now you get a chance to go at a neutral site that you've never been before. With a locker room you're not familiar with it and stuff like that. So, and getting those extra bowl practices in, not only down there at the bowl site, but up here as well. Especially for young players and guys that are developing, I think that's really key for them because it's almost like you're going through an extra spring ball, schedule because you get 15 of them just like you do at spring ball. So, and a lot of it is too is you get back to technique, you get back to form, what makes you a football player basically, and refine those things and get tuned up before you get ready to go full blast on it again.
Clearly you guys are going to lose a lot of defensive guys off this group, a lot of seniors that are going to go. Do you anticipate sort of watching that next group come up during these kind of practices?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited, for our young guys, especially, in my group, and seeing Chris, DeAndre, and Jamin, to get up there, and get some snaps at practice and see how this whole year, how they've grown, since camp to now. And, basically not just those guys, but everybody in every position room, from the DBs to the D-line to the receivers, running backs, you name it. So we're all very excited to see what our young guys can do.
Kash, what would it mean to you, and what would it mean to Kentucky football to get a 10th win?
It would mean the world. That's something that hasn't been done here in a very long time, and and not only just to be a part of it now, but when I'm done playing football and all that stuff, I can look back and say that that was my team. And be proud of it and something I could hold on to for the rest of my life.
Kash, what did you guys learn about bowl prep the last 2 years that you can apply this year to make sure the outcome is different?
I think we can dial it in, a little more. I think that, this probably like Coach Stoops takes care of us. He really does, and that's what makes him a great coach. And in these practices too, I think that, the past years too, that we're kind of new to this, and we kind of didn't really know what to expect. None of the players that from the first time I went to a bowl game have never even been to a bowl game, so literally none of us knew what to expect. None of us knew what was going to go on when we got down there, who we were playing, because, it's a different conference and it's different. You don't really hear much about them because you're too busy watching your film and worrying about your next opponent. But being there back 2 years in a row, following up this third one, I think, we know what to expect, and I think we know what we have to do to prepare and how well we have to prepare to go out and win this game.
Kash, as a Kentucky football player, bowl games are all you know.
Yeah, I know.
What is that like being a part of
This what could be the foundation for something that really lasts.
It's very special, and I'm very thankful that I'm a part of it. But at the same time, we've been to 3 bowl games, but we came back empty-handed, or we've been to 2 bowl games, came back empty-handed both times. It's great that you made it, but if you've made it, you might as well win it. So that's our mindset going into this one.
What's it mean to play a team with the name Penn State? I remember 11 years ago, guys said we get to play Florida State, and that's a little bit different than East Carolina, right?
Right. I mean, just a tradition that Penn State has, football powerhouse, for the longest of times. And anytime that anybody mentions Penn State football, everybody's attention, gets sparked up, I guess. They're a really good football team. They're very well coached. They got some athletes, and to be able to go out there and compete against them, it's going to be fun. I can't wait for the opportunity.
Cash, being a starter for a full season, what do you feel like, I guess, the biggest growth?
Just playing calm and playing my game and, not getting too caught up in it, not trying to do too much. Just basically doing my job and letting the game come to me instead of me chasing after the game. And trying to, be too fast. I want to be fast, but not too fast. And, I think ultimately that I learned how to watch film better over the year. Because before, sometimes I wouldn't know what to look for. I'm just thinking, well, yeah, they just ran a play, cool. I'm not looking for, guard stances or back depth or tight end location, stuff like that, or splits, you name it. So when I finally learned how to watch film and know what to pick up on, it really helped me out there on the field. And I think one of my best attributes is to be a talker out there on the field and communicating to my teammates of the depth, all the stuff that I see on film. This guy's chowed or away from the quarterback a lot. He's not deep. Splits are tight, alert unders, stuff like that. So, and I think it makes us all play faster. As well as we communicate and we know what we see on film, it helps us play faster on Saturdays. Oh, good, man. I'm back to lifting. Yes, sir.
What would it mean to help deliver a win for this senior class?
It would mean the world. I mean, this group is. I've played sports, my whole life, and I've been around a lot of guys and a lot of great guys that have come through, high school and college and stuff like that. But this group right here, this is the group, that opened their arms to me when I was a freshman coming out of high school. And they took me under their wing and they showed me the ropes of how to become a college football player and what it takes, and the do's and don'ts, and what you can and can't do. And ultimately, if it wasn't for them, this senior class and the guys that are in it, I wouldn't be up on the podium talking to you. I'd still, I wouldn't be the player, I was today without those guys. So the bond that I've built with those guys over the past couple of years, and the stuff that we've all been through together, the grind and the seasons and the off season, and killing yourself basically to get to be the best team you could possibly be. When you put that kind of work in with guys that mean so much to you, it's easy to go out and give it your all for them. So I'm very excited to go out and, and play with these seniors one more time.
Cash, off the video, I thought you were Kentucky's best coach when you get to say that last year.
Yeah.
City Bowl. What are you looking forward to in Orlando?
Yeah, way to bring that up. I totally forgot about it. We got robbed on that. But, man, I'm looking forward to Disney World. Is it World or Land? Land's out in California, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not real keen on it. I've only been there once. But I'm really, I finally get to do a little bit of bass fishing, hopefully. So they got some ponds down there, and see if we can't catch a couple.
You also have a chance to play again this year with Josh Paschal.
Yeah.
Probably was
A bit of a surprise to a lot of people, but what does that mean to you guys, just because of his personality and who he is, to have him back and share this experience with him?
You ever when you look at in a living room and you look at one piece of furniture like a carpet, you're like, wow, that really ties the room together. That's what Josh does to this team. Josh ties this team together, and as funny as I'm going to put it, but seriously, that guy is the heartbeat of this team. And he brings everybody together, like when we're feeling down or, we think we can't go harder or this and that. We look over at Josh and we think, well, the whole season, this kid would give anything to be out there with us. And, a couple weeks ago when he got his chance, that was really special, and it's something that I know he'll never forget, and I know that I'll never forget to be able to out there and experience and hear the crowd go crazy when he came onto the field and when he made his tackle, and and getting to play with him against Louisville, and now with a third game in here, at the bowl game, and then all next season, it's truly special because the guy's resilient, really hard worker through the whole process. Never saw him in a bad mood. Easily could have quit, gave up on it, but no, he was a fire and he was a worker. When we were out there practicing, when he was strolling around his scooter in there bench pressing, curling, whatever he could do, because he knew he was going to get back, because he knew he was going to beat it. And I think with a person like that, they're just a tough dude. Basically, like that's all I said, tough times, don't last, but tough people do. And Josh Paschal, is definitely a tough dude.
He's also another weapon
For your defense, isn't he?
Absolutely, Josh comes off that ball, you know, with a purpose, you know, and you know, he's a ball hawk. He's always around the ball, and you know, he makes plays for us. Made a lot of great plays for us last year, and he's made some plays with the time he's gotten this year. So we're really looking forward, you know, to having another game with him and seeing what he can do on the football field with us.
Have you really
Looked at a piece of furniture and thought to yourself, they really.
No, actually, you know the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
It was like, man, they really tied the room. Yeah, it did, man. You know.
I don't believe you.
Actually, that's what really was going through my head. Great movie if you haven't seen it.
Everybody good?
Thanks, Ken.
No.
Yeah, I don't really know how you can end it.
Yeah, I can't end any better than that, so that's good.